everyone, this is Bob Sorrentino from Italian Roots and Genealogy. Be sure to check out our Facebook group and our YouTube channel and our newsletter and our great sponsors, Abitiva Casa, Italy Rooting, and Phil Italy. And my guest today is a researcher from Bari, Andrea Mattoni, and Andrea is going to give us some insight into how he does his research and how you could do yours. So welcome, Andrea. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea. I am from Bari, and I do genealogical researches since I was 16, so almost 10 years right now. And it's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you, Bob.
So, where is your family from originally? Because they're not originally from Bari, right?
Yeah, like I was born in Bari. My parents are born in Bari, and but all my grandparents were not from Bari city. All of them were from um, other part, almost near Bari, like all from south of Italy. But two of them, like my mother's side, were from Cirignola, that is a pretty big town near Foggia, that is near Bari. And my maternal grandmother was from Gravina in the province of Bari, so pretty near. And my paternal grandfather was from Castro dei Volsci, that is near Frosinone, so almost Rome.
Oh, yeah. So what brought them down to Bari? And
It's a bit of a crazy story, and I don't know that for sure because there are um, like a lot of reasons. First of all, my paternal grandfather, sorry, that was named like me, Andrea Mattoni. He went for the military here near Bari, and so he knew his first wife here, and it was like he had his first child, that was my father's stepbrother. And then after the first wife died, he married my grandmother, that I never knew because she died like 5-6 years before I was born. And I really don't know why she was in Bari, because I always talk with my father about like late ancestors, not the most near, because doing such researches, it's like more interesting to. I'm more interested in going back than in knowing a person near to me. It's a strange thing, but I understand I have to know also what my grandparents did, and the others were in Bari for work, just for work, because my paternal grandfather was like a journalist. He worked for an institution of the region of Puglia about agriculture, and he wrote on national newspapers about agriculture in Puglia. And so he went to Foggia, then to Lecce, and then he stayed in Bari with my grandmother. And they had 6 children, my mother and other 5. Yeah.
oh, that's interesting. And so you started very young. What got you started at 16 years old?
Okay, what got me started? So my father was like me, is like me, really. He just loves old stories and history in general. He's like a musical researcher. So right now, like, he's doing a research on an old musician from Bari. So I'm used to like see old photos or old documents, go to the state archive. I do that since I was pretty young. And just I have like I love the place of birth of my grandfather, Andrea Mattoni, like me, because for me it's like an Eden and something that is untouchable. When I go there, it's like paradise. I'm estranged from all my problems, all my issues, and it's just peace. So I wanted to know a bit more about that place. So first of all, I searched about my surname, just like almost all people do at first, because you focus on what's yours, and on what you have in your name. So Mattoni, I was like, let's check how my great great grandfather was named, and he was named Andrea Mattoni again, because as you understand and as you know, maybe it's pretty often is like, you have a name, your father has a name, your grandfather has your name, your great grandfather has the name of your father. So it's like one and one, one and one. In my case, it's Andrea, Roberto, my father, Andrea again, Angelo, my great grandfather, Andrea again. So it's like there are repetitions in names. And then I discovered this in my home, in my grandfather's home. That is like this big tome called the Family of Origin. That was my grandmother's, and she died in 2003. I was 3 years old, so I didn't know about this. And when my grandfather died, I just went to his home and I have found this, where I can find like this photo. It's crazy. I don't know if I can show that. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Like, this is a photo from the maybe 70s, I think,
Wow.
or even before. And that was the great grandmother of my grandmother. So it's really an old, 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 old photo. And it exists just because she was the wife of the maybe most important major of Cerignola, that is one of my ancestors. So his husband was really important, and she had a photo about. There is a photo of her and all of her family, and other great photos in this book.
Wow. That's fantastic to have a photo that old is
Yeah,
really, really amazing, especially uh, that it was preserved in a book like that for so long.
yeah.
That's just incredible.
No one did know about this. Like, when I found this, I was, why no one told me about all those informations? Because I already did search for some informations about like the parents of my grandparents, but like there is a lot of information about dates, names, and it helped me a lot in finding things.
I'm sure. And it was interesting that, you said when you go back that how you feel. I mean, we feel that way when we go back to the hometowns in Italy,
Yeah,
that it's a little bit harder for us to get there. But I tell everybody, just walking down the street and knowing that you're, maybe 300 years back, that your
yeah,
ancestors were walking down the streets or went into that church or uh, drank from that fountain or whatever. It's really emotional,
yeah. There is a house in Castro dei Volsci where my grandfather Andrea was born. That was where my great 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 grandfather lived,
Mhm.
and we have that as a property.
Still.
So,
Oh,
and
wow.
like there is brick of the house with the year, I think 1760 something or 50 something. That is the year of creation of the house. So, and there also is like, wait, like a symbol of the a lily. I don't know if
Mhm. Yeah. A
yeah,
fleur de lis, like, yeah, I know what you
yeah,
mean. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. That was the symbol of the reign of Sicily or of Naples.
Mhm, mhm.
But Castro was not in the reign of Naples, was in the Papal State, was in like the what now we call Vatican City, that before was enormous,
Right.
stretched from like almost Florence to Naples. It was gigantic. And so my ancestors were pro-Bourbonic, were pro to the Neapolitan side and non for the Pope. And I just don't know how they managed to have that symbol on their house if they were on the other side. But
Yeah.
I just don't know. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, well, I got to visit Palazzo in Avellino that was built by my, what was he, eighth great grandfather, Prince Marino Francesco Caracciolo. But it's no longer in the family, unfortunately. So,
Yeah. I understand. Only if you are like the first child of every generation, you manage to have those things.
well, now it's I guess the town hall or something like that, and then the Hotel Caracciolo was in the family too, and I don't know if you know Naples well or not, but it's on Via Carbonara. And across the street there were a bunch of, it's like an apartment building, but all different flats attached together. And I could see from some of the records that, my great grandmother was born at one address and she passed away at another address. And everybody in the family, they must have owned that whole block and they
Okay.
just let people live there, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandmothers,
Yeah.
whoever needed a place to live, they lived there. Uh, so let's do this. I know you want to share your screen and show us how you start and how you go about researching and give some hints to people that are watching.
The first thing I do when I want to search for someone, for an ancestor of one of my clients or one of my friends that just want to do a research, is go to Antenati. That is this site uh, from the like it's the Ministry of Culture created it here in Italy, and they just have all the state archives digitized. Not all of them, but almost a great part of them. And if I have a name or something about someone, like a surname, a last name, and a year, or a last name and a location, I can do just search by name and try to find someone. If I go Rossi and like Bari and search, there are a lot of 261 results about Rossis in Bari. Then I can search about the year of birth of that. There are a lot of informations. Then, if I don't manage to find something here, I have this other
So
way.
so before you
Yeah,
you leave
sure,
the Antonati, can I give you a name or two and see what we find? I think that would be fun.
absolutely.
So I'm going to give you a last name. It's from Switzerland. My second great grandmother, Mohr. More.
Yeah, they are all from Naples, because this is only for Italy. If there was someone from Switzerland, you should not find them.
Well, she was born in Switzerland, but they moved to Naples because her father was in the Neapolitan army, or he was in the Swiss Guard, assigned to the Neapolitan army. So
Okay.
maybe you just pull up Martino. Oh, you know what? Pull up Louisa Moore at the bottom, all the way at the bottom there, Louisa.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
There are
yeah,
two
that one.
Luisa. Which one of this?
Uh, the
The
that one
first
there.
one,
Yeah,
I
the
think.
first one. Let's see what we find.
So this is her death act, like the record of her death. And as you can see, the writing is not that comprehensible at a first glance, because the most difficult thing I have experienced in doing such researches is to understand what people wrote back then, because some of them had just bad writings, and I understand everyone can search for a name on this portal or on those other sites. But the real challenge is to understand. And so if I have to show you, if I have to explain to you what it's written here, I have to read it carefully. Like, this is the number of order, like the 526th. It's also written in number here. Then there is the year where when she died. That was 1854. This is not the date that she died. It's the date when she was declared to be dead. It's same thing with the births. You have a date up here and a date down there, down here, because this is when the record was written, not when the person died. So I always see wrong information because people like search for the death of maybe Luigi Caracciolo and just found this 8 April and just wrote 8th of April. But if you go down here, you can see they declared that the day 7 of this means same thing as up. So 7 of April of the current year at 19, that means 7 p.m., died in his home, nella sua casa. No, nella casa paterna, so in his father's
His
house.
father's home. Mm-hmm.
Don, this means he was rich or noble or just unimportant people in the administration or something like that. So it was important. Don Luigi, this was Luigi. Trust me, it's really bad writing. It's really difficult. Luigi Caracciolo di
Torchiarolo.
Torchiarolo, yeah. It's like a place near Naples, I think, no?
Yeah, and his father was the son of the Prince of Torchiarolo.
Okay. Yeah, so he resided in no, it did not reside because his father had the house in Vicaria, that is like a block or quartiere, how can I say? Municipality of Naples. And so after it says the name and where he was from, it says he was from Napoli. He was 2 years old and what? And 10 months. 2 years and 10 months old. And oh, sorry, he was he lived in Strada Carbonara number 33. So Carbonara Street number 33, and he was son of wait, I don't know this term. Like it's ASGUA, I think. When I stumble upon those things, I usually call my father to understand to have like another high, and it was like this was means night. It was a night. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes, no, sure, Cavalieri.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was Don Filippo. His name was Filippo, and he was a Don, so he was an important person. He was a proprietario, that means he just had land. He was rich. And Donna, that is like the woman version of Don, also means woman, but in this case, Donna means just noble person. Donna Luisa Moore. Here they they had a house here, ivi domiciliati. That means here, here, sorry, okay, domiciled.
Domicile. So they lived there.
Yeah, they lived there in this place. So as you can see, there always is some great informations about what they did, also what the testimony did. Like one of the testimony was an owner of land as well. The other one was a caffettiere, that means a coffee maker.
Hmm.
The testimony of the death of the.
So who? So let me ask you a question about that.
Yeah.
The witnesses or the people who do the testimony, they could be anybody that goes with the person who's recording the death. So it could be it could be a brother, a sister, somebody who works in a household, or
It also can be absolutely no one related to the family. So in some records, I've found like the name of a testimony, and beside it was written like brother or cousin or nephew or something like that. But most times it was just people there, someone they knew that went there with the declarant of the death or the birth of the marriage.
so that's interesting. That's interesting. I thought it might have had to be somebody that was connected to the family, but that's not necessarily so.
Not always. Let's say not always. Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of where you start. I think most people in America start with Family Search, and that's where you were gonna that's where you were gonna go next, right?
Yeah. So FamilySearch is certainly the most important thing, the most important site for research, because it's a great repository of information about genealogy and about old documents in general. So the thing most people don't know is that if you have like this page, it, it's better to do research in this page than doing it in records or in family tree, because this has a lot of information in the same place. Let's just say Luigi Caracciolo. We don't put like the place or the birth here. We just search. Then we have like the historical records here, the family tree profiles here. As you can see, if I search for Luigi Caracciolo, there are 7,738. So it's pretty difficult to understand which one was he. Then Luigi Caracciolo, I think this one is one of your ancestors, because they are prince and duchess and things like that. But there are a lot of important Caracciolo. So, and then after this, there are those memories about people that were called Luigi Caracciolo. You can also learn more about the surname Caracciolo, where it's found, and things like that. It usually there were some Giuseppe, Angelo, Agnello, Antonio, Carmine, Cosimo, etc., etc.
So let's do that. Let's try this. Let's go back to Louisa Moore. Let's put her
Okay,
in and see what we get.
Isa.
That would be interesting, I think.
So Louisa Moore, there is this Betsy Louisa Moore that was born in 1809 and died in 1809 in Columbia, Germantown, Columbia, New York. But I think it's not one of your ancestors, obviously.
No, no.
So there are no records about her here, and that's because Swiss records are not usually available on this platform or on other. There are like state archives, just like Portale Antenati for Italy. There is a Portale Antenati for Switzerland, But the thing is that there are a lot of digitized parish records in Switzerland, which are easier to see, to view. And but if we go here, there is these other Luigi Moore.
So try changing her first name to
Yeah.
Elisa, Elisa, because that was her name in Switzerland, and just interesting
Okay.
to
There
see.
is this one that was
Yeah.
born in Germany in 1878 and died in the United States, but I don't think it's her.
So if you put in Naples
Yeah.
as a place, let's see what happens there.
Yeah, just wait a second. Name. As you can see, there are not
No,
much
there's not
information.
much. Yeah,
I think this one might be something.
that's her.
Yeah, okay.
That's her.
So someone, I think, related to you or you
Probably
directly.
me.
Yeah, okay. Put those information about this Elisa Moore. And sorry, I just have to sign in to see other informations. I don't know why internet is so slow today here, but okay. So the details about this person, FMCM, is that you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there is this FMCM, this Piromallo, this Gino 59. There are a lot of people working on this person. In any case, there is like this birth of 15 of January 1825, and there are those information about her father and when was her marriage, and all those information about her other marriages, her sons,
Right. And if you see Donna Amelia, this must be mine because nobody else probably would have put it. Donna Amelia was my great grandmother.
Okay, so if I go here, you can see there is Maria Luisa was your
That was my grandmother. Right.
yeah, okay, and this was your grandfather.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, great. One of these was your father,
That's my father. Yep.
Nicholas. Okay, great. So as you can see here in this page of FamilySearch, you also have those research help that are great, because here you can find other information about where when she was born, where, or a lot of other information about her her children or her parents. It's just great, and they did a great work recently, an amazing work in decising a lot of state archives. Like I had a lot of my ancestors on hold because there were difficult to read records. So I just went a year ago. Let's just wait for a period of time when I'm a bit more free. But like a week ago, I checked back on FamilySearch, and in this section, research help, I found a lot of new informations and of new ancestors. So they are doing a great job. I just it's a great help, and but it's not the only way to find records or ancestors in general, because I think I think you have to understand when doing this work and when doing this research is that there are a lot of sites, a lot of like database about marriages, births, and things like that in a lot of places. Like I have, there are those two that are the I think the most important one. Italian parish records. That is like, uh, um, let me check if I can put this in English. but I don't.
Yeah, and this is helpful because I've tried to use this a couple of times and I always wind up getting lost.
Okay, so where did you? Let's just work together. What do you want to search?
Well, let's try my mom's family.
Yeah,
They're from Torito, Bari.
yeah. So if we go in Bari, we can see Torito. There are some records indexed, like the deaths from 1809 to 1821, and most importantly, the catasto. What is the catasto? The catasto is a document that were created by the, I think, directly the king of Naples, uh, to understand like the, the the owning land of people in this kingdom. So it was like, how can you say censimento? Wait, cadastre, land register. It's just a land
Ah,
register
okay.
of what people had back then. So if we go to indexed record, it takes me to a drive. And here I can see those informations about people that in that period and their names and in what year. This is a great job, really, because, okay, I don't understand how these are written, but just name and surname, yeah. So if you have
So
an ancestor
these are the people who lived there or died there that died there at that time.
that died in 1809 in Torito.
All right. Okay.
So this is the information about this, and then there is the other document that is the catasto. I think, yeah, this is great. So here you can find more information, but it's not as good as like this other one about Corato. This one is a work done by the Atelier Genealogique dello Stato Civile. It's like an organization that I think is based in France, where a lot of people from Corato went during the first decades of 20th century, and they just did a great work about digitizing all those parish records and the catasto. So the catasto is all available here, and you can just contact them and
Ah, wow. Yeah.
ask them to have the access to this drive, and they just give the drive to the ones who, well,
So it's really down to, somebody somewhere who decided to take the time and do that. So
yeah,
let's try Naples because I know
okay.
Naples is big. There's probably tons of different stuff, right?
Naples, it's one of the, I think, genealogically, because I love Naples, it's one of the worst place to do researches,
I know.
because people in the State Archive of Naples are not that available
Mhm.
with helping you, and also um, it's like one of the biggest city in Italy. So if you know one of your ancestor was from Naples, you don't have to know just that. You have to know also the where from Naples. Because if you do research in Bari, you just search from Bari. But Naples was divided in a lot of small blocks. I don't know how to say the word neighborhoods. Yeah,
Neighborhoods, right?
absolutely. Sorry if I do this sometimes.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Okay, so Naples, as you can see, there are almost always in here. If I go here, we have the civil records of the neighborhoods of Naples. So all of these are small pieces of the town of Naples. So I can go to, if I know that my grandfather was born in, I don't know, San Lorenzo, good. I go to San Lorenzo and I check for San Lorenzo's records. But if I know he was just from Naples, it's a disaster because let's just check for 1850. And I know it was born in 1850. That's 44. Let's just ignore that there are indecised records, but some other times there are not. So you have to check for 44 books to find your
Hmm.
ancestor. It's really difficult because also sometimes that they are not indecised. Like usually if I go here and I see the book and then I go like in the last page of this book, usually there is like an index that is like the part of the book where all the names are written and where to find them in said book. So I'm searching for Luigi Paoli, I don't know, and if I search, if I found here Luigi Paoli 35, cioè 35, sorry, I know that he is the 35th record of this book. But as you can see, this is a small, like this is 3 months in one neighborhood of Naples, and there are 300 people born, and you have to check for every one of these uh, pages. So
Hmm.
it's really,
Yeah,
really
it's hard.
bad.
It's hard. No, I know Naples is. I know it's tough. I've tried to. I mean, some things I've found, and some things uh, it's just
Almost
very, very
impossible, I know.
tough. You know.
Yeah, and this sometimes helps, sometimes not. It's more about parish records, as you can see from the name of the site. So you'd find more about church records and not about state archives.
So let's try because I interviewed somebody who's from Lettere. Let's try Lettere because that's a
Yeah.
smaller place, right, outside of Naples.
Okay, great. There we can't
We'll let you look at.
access the site. Let me check for. Okay, I think just that this site doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
They
pity, but
just
sometimes it happens.
yeah, yeah. No, sure.
And so there, this is good because, as I said before, information. So the state archives began from 1809. So before that, you can go in two directions
So let's
almost.
do this for people watching. Let's find a record that's pre-civil records. So just so people
Okay,
could kind of get an idea, maybe something from,
sure.
1700, 1600, just so people can kind of see.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is to go to um, catalog, because catalog is the I think the how can I say this? So if you do a research on FamilySearch for a name, for a place, for a year, you have to do the research in records, images, family tree, genealogies, and catalog, always. Because sometimes you search in records, but they have not put uh, the thing you're searching here, so you have to go to catalog. If I search for Foggia, for example, that is like the province where Cerignola is. In
Mhm.
fact, here is Cerignola, the place of birth of my grandparents. If I go to Foggia, there are those church records that stretch from 1575, as you can see,
Mhm.
to 1899. So I go here and I can find like birth, the baptism of. Let's just search for those one. So
Oh, wow. Wow. That's
those
fantastic.
are informations and just records, as you can see, from the year. Okay, these are from the year 1909. I don't know why they are here, but maybe they are here. Let's just check.
Yeah, those look old.
Okay,
1736.
1736,
Yeah.
for example. Okay, as you can see, the writings is always worse. The farther back you go, the worse is the writing. And the thing is that sometimes, not always, the records were in Latin, not in Italian or in other languages, because
Right.
uh, also like the preachers, the priest told the sermon in Latin directly in Italy. All the way to the first 1910. I think my great grandfather never heard a preach in Italian because it was only Latin.
Well, yeah, I grew up with Latin in America. We had Latin here
Okay,
when
are you
I was a
Catholic?
kid. Yeah.
Are you Catholic?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was. I think it depends from the church to the church, but now it's always in Italian and in other places in language where you
Yeah,
are.
I forget what year they changed it. It was probably the early 1960s or something like that where
Yeah,
they changed it to the vernacular. But yeah, I grew up with the mass was all in Latin.
yeah. That's tough because if you don't know, you just don't understand.
We had no idea what they were saying. We would you repeat stuff, but we had no idea what they were talking about.
That's
Spiritu
not
Sancto,
a
that's
great way of
the Holy Spirit. I remember that. That not much else.
Spiritu Santi.
Mea culpa. You know, you had to do your
Mea
chest.
culpa, yeah. It's always mea culpa right now. Like a small piece of the preach is mea culpa, mia grandissima
Mhm.
culpa. That
Yeah,
means my fault, my big fault.
yeah.
Always. So there are those records from back then, and these are great because you can go far back to that.
But they're not indexed, so you have to go if you're looking for if you know somebody was born a certain year, you just have to try and find
Yeah,
them. Yeah,
sometimes there are indexes. I think there might be something. Let me check. But
it's really just going to depend on
yeah, this is an
the
index.
church or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it
So
is there. Wow, very
it's
nice.
good
Yeah,
almost
yeah, yeah.
because mm, no, okay, this is really good because it's also by last name,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's pretty rare that it was from last name.
I know. I've seen them in first names. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad because if you know just the surname and you want to check for, I don't know, siblings of someone, you have to check for every name and just understand the second surname, just the last name. Another thing is that often records are damaged
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
floodings or from earthquakes, or just they were in um, like wet rooms with mold
Right.
and underground, and so they deteriorated. And so that's it, I think. I have to ask you, can I show ancestry or my heritage and those other service for genealogy? So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see why not.
okay, because there were some so this is the site I used most for those to organize those informations. There is my tree. as you can see, that is pretty big. And there are a lot of like information about those people. This is my great grandfather, and here I have the birth. If I go here, I have like the directly the information about when he was born, who were his parents. As you can see, this is from 1883, and the writing is much better, much more readable. Yeah, and this is great because in the birth record, it also says when he married and when he died. Those are informations added after, and this is like uh, the the luckiest you can get from a record, because you have three informations: the birth, the marriage, and the death. 3 dates, and the possibility to find those records, because you already have the date. You just have to go to 1906 and search for this record. It also says the number, so it's really great. And as you can see, here is the girl in the picture that I showed you before.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. That's fantastic to have that. Yeah.
And this was her husband. That was a great major in Cerignola. And there are a lot of stories about those people. Like, so there is like a small book about him that is about what he did, how he lived, where he lived, and he was just a really important person. Like her mother had the greatest amount of money stolen in the province of Foggia in all 18th century.
Wow.
Yeah, so like she lost a lot. This Fares Giovanni stole jewels for 5,168 ducati, and it's like maybe millions
I was going to say it's
of
big bucks.
euros or dollars right now.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's just crazy. And from here, as you can see, the names start to switch, because these are not Italian surnames. Because this is my Croatian branch. Like, I'm all from Italy. All of this tree is from Italy. Besides this one, this small branch that goes this way, because those are the Casilari. So when I discovered this photo about Chiara, I did the research. I noticed her mother's surname was Melkovic, and I said, okay, she was not from Italy, because Melkovic is obviously not an Italian surname. It's more Slavic. It's more from Croatia or Serbia, Bosnia, and things like that. It's pretty near Italy. It's like on the other side of the sea from Bari.
Yeah.
So it was pretty common for them to go in Bari. I discovered that they went in Bari because that was cholera in the town where they were. I don't know. Cholera is something you understand?
Oh, yeah, cholera. Yeah.
Cholera.
We
Okay.
say cholera. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's the same thing.
Same.
And so they all went from Croatia to Italy, and they were pretty rich. And I just have found I have contacted a person that I matched with about my researches, and he just gave me all those information about those ancestors. And this is the farthest I went. 1455. It's not like an official date, because it's made up like making small adjustments
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
like guesses about when those people were born.
Yeah.
But it's just great to have found all those information all the way back to 1455.
Yeah. So let me share my Caracciolo for a second.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll stop sharing mine. Just wait. Okay.
It's doing that. Let's see if I can share screen.
Okay.
So this is my grandmother, Maria
Yeah.
Luigi Piomalo. Uh, this is her Caracciolo line.
Mm-hmm.
So you could see that the Spanish start coming in. Luigi married Spanish.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
it was really common in the Kingdom of Naples.
yeah, yeah. This is Marino was the I think the fourth prince of Avellino. Uh, but you could see I have Gonzaga, Aragona, Davalos. So the Italian and the Spanish all mixed in. And
Yeah, I see Gonzaga, I see D'Aragona. They are. I see Carafa. I have an ancestor that was married to a Carafa. So maybe we are
we might be
not
cousins.
related, but
We
we
could
have
be.
some ancestors that were related,
But you
maybe.
know, if I when I start clicking through here, you start seeing uh, Pignatelli and Colonnas.
Yeah, those are all rich names. Like I've seen all those names. D'Este. D'Este is like the most important family from
Well, yeah,
Naples
and
town.
yeah, and my 13th great grandmother was Isabella d'Este.
Crazy. So you can reach back to like
I go back.
all of the royalties in Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it all started with this. And my grandmother brought my great grandfather's card.
Yeah.
He was from the Dukes of Capricotta. His grandmother was the Duchess of Capricotta. And when I
Okay.
started with him, what came up was my great grandmother. Where is she? I can't find her now. Where is she? She's here someplace. Oh, Maria Amelia Caracciolo. Um, and I had no idea how famous this Caracciolo family was. I never heard the name before growing up.
No, Caracciolo are were really important, and I think there was a musician named Caracciolo from this family that my father had worked. Uh, I've done some research because
Well, it's a huge family.
yeah,
Caracciolo
yeah,
is
yeah, it's a pretty common surname, but like Caracciolo family, there is a okay, there is a Wikipedia page in Italian with I think 50 titles about like prince of this other thing, Duchess, there are a lot of titles.
yeah. Well, and if at first I was like, boy, can this am I right here? With all of this stuff, but I was able to verify it with genealogists here and the genealogist over there, and but then I found my cousins who
Yeah,
they said, oh yeah, we know who this is and we know who you are, and then I started finding the records. It was just amazing to find all of
yeah,
this
sure.
stuff out. It was just incredible. So, Andrea, before we go, I know you like to help people. So, how would somebody, if they wanted more information or wanted you to give them some more insight, how would they find you?
So right now I'm working just with don't have a site or a website already, and I just give my email to people where they can contact me. and it is, I don't know, should I say it or should I write it in the chat
You could, I have it, so you could say it, and I'll overlay it.
Okay, a.mattoni.
That's fantastic. Well, this has been, I mean, I learned a lot today, so I'm sure other people are learning a lot also.
I'm always happy to help. This is a passion before it's a work for me, a job.
No, I know. And we get crazy, us people who do genealogy.
Yeah,
You have to be a little bit crazy
great.
and a little bit detective.
We are detectives, I think. I managed to be to be good also in researching things for today. So I'm known in my group as a detective. I have a lot of I'm good at finding things, let's just say.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun for sure.
Thank you so much.